What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chaz Ellis once again. When I worked as a police officer and I also worked as a CO, that's a corrections officer. For some of y'all, I never heard of that. The thing I saw the most that people need to think about is I'm not gonna try to tell you what to do as a hardened criminal or none of that kind of stuff because hey, I'm not. Y'all don't need my advice if that's what you want. But if you're a person like a regular person who's going to jail for something, which is possible, don't think it's impossible. Most of the time, regular people go to jail for traffic violations, child support, just humbug stuff, false accusations. It does happen. And you are stuck in jail with hardened criminals, sometimes people who just got out of prison, sometimes people who are on their way to prison. And the biggest thing you need to think about the minute you get arrested, if you get arrested for something, the first thing you need to start thinking about is getting out of jail. I know that sounds like it's obvious, but you'd be surprised. People be worried about fighting their case and all this kind of stuff. Some people be worried about making sure that they're gonna be comfortable while they're in jail. The first thing you need to think about is getting out of jail. If you have an opportunity to get cool with the officer on some kind of level and you can use your phone, don't let them use it. Don't let them unlock your phone. But if you can use your phone and before you even get to that point where you cuffed in the back and all that kind of stuff, say, hey man, I understand you put me in jail. I get it. Can I call somebody to bond me out and make sure I'm good? A lot of police officers, especially if they can see that you're just like kind of a regular person, you don't have a criminal record that's a mile long, you got a job, you're just a normal person that's in a bad situation. Most of them will, I don't want to say most, but there's a lot of them that will let you make that phone call. I know I would back when I worked, but that's not everybody. But at least give it a try. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure that whoever loves you, whoever cares about you, they know that you are on your way to jail. They're going to get you a bondsman, bond you out before you even get there. The bond process is already happening. By the time they process you, you never even touch the cells. That's what you want. All right, you want to make sure you're getting right on out because it's easier to fight your case from the street where you don't have people telling you can't use the phone. You don't have people bothering you. You ain't fighting somebody for the phone. You ain't fighting somebody for your property. You ain't looking over your shoulder trying to make sure somebody ain't stealing your PIN number. These are things that you don't want to have to go through while you're trying to fight a case, especially if you're being falsely accused of something, especially if it's a major situation that you're in. You'd rather be doing that from the street. So get out. That should be your main focus. If you get to the cells, get once again, get out. Hey, let me make my phone call. I need to make my phone call. Be persistent. Even if you got to ask over and over again for phone calls. If they don't want to give them to you, keep on bugging them about it. Because most of the time when you're a normal person, you have people who don't want to see you in jail. You may not even know all the people who don't want to see you in jail, but they do. So you should make sure you also memorize a number that you can use just in case something happens. So you can bond out. If you got your card on you or something like that, a lot of bondsmen, if you got a job, you got a card and all that kind of stuff, you can call them and they will get you out of jail because they'll be like, okay, what's the charge? How much is it? And that kind of stuff. And most of the time, if you're a regular person, you got a card or something like that, debit card or whatever. A lot of bondsmen will work with you because they're like, okay, well, if you don't pay me, I'm just gonna come back and get you anyway. So a lot of them will work with you, but make sure you get your ass out of jail. You do not want to be in there with them people. I know, no offense to anybody that's done a lot of time, but you don't want to be in there with that type of situation. I have seen it before where a person on a traffic violation ended up with an aggravated assault. Don't let that be you.